Guess who I'm with today? He's had 700 appearances, 450 of them was for United. He's had one red card and he's been a captain. And with the one and only Michael Carrick. Welcome to the Jamie Johnson Football Podcast.
Thanks, mate. It's great to be here. I didn't realise I played that many games.
I know.
Thanks.
You're an amazing player, by the way.
Thanks, mate.
I'm talking about amazing.
Yeah.
You've just launched the Michael Carrick Foundation as it's on your shirt. Can you tell us a bit of how you started it?
Yeah, I'd love to, yeah. So I started, the main reason I started it was when I was probably your age. I used to go to a place called Wallsend Boys Club, where I was from in Newcastle. And I spent all my childhood there playing football with my mates. It was like an indoor five-a-side pitch with pool tables and arcade games and all sorts of stuff. And I played there till I was 16 until I moved to West Ham. And all the time, I was happy. I enjoyed myself. There was coaches there, but there was people there to guide you and help you all the time. And ever since then, I've always thought I'd like to give something back and help them out so children can have the same type of happy childhood I had. So then, when I had my testimonial for United last year, that's when I thought it was the best time to start the foundation. Use the money from the testimonial to start out projects, and we're starting one out in Manchester, near Old Trafford Sports Barn, and we're doing one and two in Newcastle as well.
So, talking about West Ham, you're a midfielder now and you're famous for midfield, but when you started off at West Ham, you was actually a striker, so you've switched positions a lot, haven't you?
I was, yeah. I played striker until I was probably about 16, 17 maybe. Probably because I stopped scoring so many goals that they started putting us back. So then I played number 10 for a bit, then I played midfield for a bit, and I ended up kind of defensive midfield by the end. So played a few different positions. I've even played centre half at some point as well. So.
Yeah, back up when someone gets a red card.
Yeah.
I'm a midfielder as well at the minute.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What footed are you, right or left?
I'm right wing at the minute because I'm right.
You're right footed, yeah?
Yeah, I can't play with my left.
Can you not?
No, I'm absolutely horrendous.
Well, you can get better. Practice your left, get better.
Well, we just did an interview with Esme Morgan and she was teaching me some skills, right? I had to do a kiki uppie with both foots.
Right. No good, no?
You know, she made me look like I was rubbish.
I bet you're not rubbish though, eh?
I'm not sure about that. What's your first sporting memory?
First sporting memory? Oh, it's a tough one. The thing I probably remember was going to the boys' club for the very first time when I was 4 years old, 4.5-year-old. My dad and my granddad took me to the boys' club and let me go on the pitch and have a kick around with my mates on the pitch there at the time. So that was a long time ago, that.
Have you ever been nervous at the start of a game?
I don't know if it's nervous, but I'm kind of anxious a little bit, or you're just kind of waiting for something to happen. So you're kind of excited, a little bit anxious. But I tell you, when I was nervous, I was taking a penalty in the Champions League final in Moscow. That wasn't a nice feeling, that one, until I scored it, and then I was all right after that. What
does it feel like to actually lift a massive cup like that?
It's hard work because it's heavy, for starters. Massive, probably the size of you. But it was the best feeling I've ever had, ever. Because it was a penalty shootout. We won penalty from going out. John Terry missed a penalty, hit the post, and then it was sudden death, and then in the end we ended up winning it. Van der Sar saved the penalty, and that was the best feeling I've ever had.
Oh, it must have been. I've not missed a penalty yet. No, but...
Have you took many?
Yeah, I've took quite a lot at school.
Have you?
Mostly, yeah.
Well, you must have a favourite side then. What's your favourite side?
Left, bottom left.
Bottom left,
bottom
yeah.
left.
That was the same position I'd done it in the final.
Yeah. When you was growing up, who was your footballing idol?
When I was growing up, first of all was Paul Gascoigne and Peter Beardsley. You heard of them or not?
I've heard of Paul Gascoigne.
Oh, yeah. He was an unbelievable player. You'd have loved to watch him.
Good.
Yeah. And Peter Beardsley, they were both from the northeast, you see. So they played for Newcastle for a bit. Then Gascoigne went and played for Tottenham. And Beardsley played for a few clubs when he played for Newcastle as well. So I was always watching them to see how they played.
Yeah, at the minute, you won't like to hear this, but I reenact Kevin De Bruyne goals because I am a City fan.
You can't say that. Can we finish this interview right now?
So sorry. I'll stop then. I'll stop.
Nah, don't worry.
Yeah, so I reenact Kevin De Bruyne goals because I think we're the Ginger Dream team.
That can't be easy though to do that.
I know. But sometimes you get frustrated and then you end up kicking the ball over because you just can't do it. And you just come out in rage.
Yeah. Control your temper. Control yourself.
Yeah, you must be very relaxed because one red card, 700 appearances.
Do you know what as well? That red card, I should never even have been sent off either. That was 2 yellow cards I got, right? And the referee sent us off for kicking the ball away and I didn't even kick the ball away.
Really?
How bad's that? Yeah.
Oh.
So it should have been no red cards.
Classed as no red cards now.
Should we just call it no red cards?
No red cards.
Yeah, okay.
What sacrifices did you have to make to get where you are today?
What sacrifices? My first big sacrifice was when I was 15 and I moved away from Newcastle to move to London to play for West Ham. And I moved on my own. I left my mum, my dad and my brother back in Newcastle and I moved to West Ham to start off with my career. So that was a massive sacrifice to leave all my friends and family behind.
I don't like the sound of that. No, but that's the thing I'll regret if I become a footballer.
I know, but it's part of your journey, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, it is. But I don't like the sound of it.
No.
Not.
To be fair, it wasn't really pleasant at the time, but it made us grow up fast anyway. Being on my own like that. Imagine that, not having your mum and dad.
My big sister's going to
your clothes and that and do all your washing. And that.
Yeah, my sister's going to a university soon.
Oh yeah?
So she'll be up on her own.
Oh, there you go. So she'll be the same as me then.
Yeah. I'm 9 at the minute. What would you tell your 9-year-old self?
Oh, that's a good question, that. I would tell myself to make sure you listen to your coaches or your teachers, to listen to them, because most of the time they're giving you the right advice and you need to listen to them because they kind of know better than you because they're adults and they're kind of old and grumpy. They know better than you. So I'd say listen for the advice and take it all in. Be like a sponge. That's what I say to my kids. Be like a sponge and just soak everything up and store it inside. Yeah? So that's probably the biggest thing.
You could do with an elephant's memory, couldn't you?
That's a good shout, yeah.
You could
I might use that one now.
You could steal it, you should swap it around.
That's a good shout, that.
Did you have any mentors when you was growing up? Because at the minute mine's my mum and dad.
Same as me, my mum and dad. Same. My dad played football when he was a bit younger. He still plays now actually, and he's 66, my dad, and he still plays football. Can you believe that?
Cool.
So he was a big mentor, big influence. And probably my coaches or the people at the Wallsend Boys Club probably were my mentors, the ones I looked up to.
Who's been the best player you've played alongside?
Paul Scholes.
Paul Scholes?
Yeah, because I did play literally right alongside him and he was a genius.
He was a good player.
He was a good player.
And I've got to admit that he was a good player.
Yeah,
you've had the greatest honour being the Manchester United club captain. What lessons have you learned growing up being the captain?
What lessons? Thing is, when you're the captain and you get a role like that, you tend to get, everyone comes to you with the problems, so you end up having to sort out all the problems, you see. So not football problems, like other problems.
You just got to go to the referee. Come on,
no, I mean away from the pitch, off the pitch. So like if there's something to be sorted out, if there's someone's got a problem, they tend to come to you and then you've got to try and sort it out for them. So there's a bit more responsibility with being a captain and it's not always about just the football. So it's kind of a bit of a different role, you see.
Different role? Now I don't want to become a captain.
I think you'd be a great captain. I think you'd sort everyone out, wouldn't you? Look after everyone.
Yeah, I'd look after people. Not sure I could sort it out though. I'd try my best. I'd definitely try my best.
I'm sure you would.
When you played along Paul Scholes, what was your favourite link-up play? Was it 1-2s or was it through balls to each other?
Probably 1-2s, I think.
1-2s?
Yeah, because we used to just pass between us quite a bit. Because we used to just enjoy ourselves, basically.
Yeah, just pass it around.
Yeah, just pass it around, yeah. Kind of tease the team that you're playing against.
Yeah, take the mick.
Make them run a little bit, yeah.
Run one way and then they're going.
Exactly, that's the idea.
Wear them out, yeah. What's the best goal you've ever scored?
I scored one against Wigan in 2009 and it was 2 minutes to go at Wigan. It was a ball came on the edge of the box with my left foot, which was kind of my weaker foot. and I struck it, and it kind of went into the top corner in front of our fans, and that let us only need a point against Arsenal in the next game to win the league. So it was a good goal, but it was the most important goal as well.
Boom, that must have been a great feeling when you score a goal as well.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Celebrating the
And then
crowd.
I ran off to the fans and gave it a big jump right in front of the fans.
Yeah.
And as I landed, Rooney came, jumped on my shoulders, and he jumped that fast on my shoulders that he sat and it just fell on the floor right over he just went over the top of my head like that. So it was a bit of a disaster in the end.
I'm surprised he didn't get injured after that.
No, yeah, no, he was all right.
That must have. But what does it feel like once you've scored a goal? It must feel amazing with the crowd cheering at you.
It's the biggest buzz. It's the biggest buzz, honestly. Like, do you know the weirdest thing? It kind of goes quiet. You know, you think there's all that noise, but when you score a goal, it kind of goes like, it's a bit of a blur. Like, it kind of goes quiet. So you're running off screaming, but really it's kind of quite quiet, and in your head it's a strange feeling. But the buzz is unbelievable.
Yeah, and what advice would you give to people who want to grow up like you? Because me, I'm a midfielder and I want to be like you when I grow up. What advice would you give?
The thing is, if you're a midfielder, you need to kind of do a bit of everything. So you need to be able to defend a little bit, you need to be able to attack a little bit, you need to be able to pass, you need to be able to head. So you've got a bit of all sorts. So probably the biggest advice I'd say, practice is one thing. Practice, 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 practice as much as you can, because the more you practice, the better you'll get. As a midfielder, I'd say probably passing for me.
It's
probably my main
dad
strength.
work on in touch.
Is
me
it,
and my
yeah?
dad work on pass and touch.
Yeah, perfect. Because that's probably that's the thing that I worked on the most when I was a kid as well.
And to wrap it up, do you know how to play word association?
So I just say something similar, yeah?
So if I say a word, the first word which pops into your head, you've got to say to me.
That's something similar, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm going to mix it all up.
Go on then.
So our first one is United.
Manchester.
Newcastle.
Black and white.
Techers.
Style.
4-4-2.
Formation.
Old Trafford.
Theatre of dreams.
Ooh.
Not a word, is it? Hang on.
Yeah, you know that works. That does work. That works. Yeah. Lion.
Scary.
England.
Penalties.
Wembley.
Massive.
Captain.
Honour.
Home.
Happy.
West Ham.
West Ham, West Ham, West Ham. I can't say happy again, can I? West Ham, West Ham. Young.
Walls End.
Family.
Thank you, Michael. That was, I've loved speaking to you.
Was that quick enough for you there, not?
Yeah, that was quick, yeah. Right. It's quicker than me and my dad. It's like hesitation.
That's it, yeah.
Well, thanks for your time, Michael. It's been great speaking to you.
Thanks, it's great to meet you. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.